How to become a model. Comment devenir mannequin.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like.
Bonjour, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucie Petit, I'm a French model, and in this video, step 3, I'm going to tell you how I became a model, but with even more tips for you to maybe become one too. Let's go! If you haven't watched step 1 and 2, I invite you to check it out first so you can follow the whole story and won't miss on some precious tips.
In the previous episode.
Look for jobs yourself. I was 20 at the time. I've replied to a random casting call I found online, and this is where everything changed for me. The ad was looking for female models older than 20 years old, wearing a 36 or 38, Caucasian, European, between 170 and 178 centimeter tall, speaking English.
I speak very well, yes.
And available for a casting in person in Paris or Provence. Job pay range between 80 and 120 euros per hour. From 2 hours and plus, depending on seasons. Requesting a few photos for application, portrait plus swimwear or underwear. I've answered straight away that I was really interested. I sent my com card and the requested photos, a CV, yeah, don't ask me.
Just to be clear, do not send a CV.
And a link to my online portfolio. She answered! She told me she was looking for models for 3 to 6 months contract in Hong Kong.
Say what?
Like Japan? Asia?
She tells me some of the brands they're working with, like Calvin Klein, DKNY, Benetton, G-Star, Diesel, H&M, Victoria's Secret? What?
Everybody put your hands in the air.
Really? Really? That I need to speak English? Me in English? Come on, I'm fluent. Fluent. She left her phone number and offered to meet. Tip number 1. Be reactive. Casting calls aren't calling forever.
Time is money, honey.
Agents look for models to meet their client request ASAP. She sent the email at 8:30 p.m. At 10:34, I was answering back. Neat. We've exchanged a few more emails and decided to meet. I've warned you about it before, but always...
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Tip number 2. Be aware of scams. There are serious offers on the internet, but keep in mind there are also weirdos, perverts, and organ traffickers in this world. Wait a minute. So far, all I know is that I sent my underwear photos to a stranger and agreed to meet with that person on, wait for it, New Year's Day. Well, New Year's Eve's Day, but still 31st of December. And I was also about to meet her at her home. Tip number 3. Be safe. Make sure you tell your friends and your family about this meeting and the location of it. Basically, make sure it doesn't turn into a horror movie. Ideally, bring someone with you. Maybe they'll prefer their kidney to yours. But I couldn't bring anyone at the time, so I went by myself.
Oh, hell no!
I drove for over 2 hours, got lost, and I had to call her a few times to be guided through the location. Super professional. But hey, it was on the countryside and Google Map wasn't helping at this point. So I finally got there, in the middle of nowhere really. The kind of area where if you scream at the top of your lungs, no one's gonna hear you, no. Celine welcomed me with her husband at the entrance of what appeared to be a lovely house. After 30 minutes of chit-chat, business talks, snapshots, and measurements, I was living with both of my kidneys and a head full of dreams. Tip number 4. Follow up after castings or meetings. In this industry, most of the time you only hear back from people if you've got the job. When I met Celine, she did tell me she would have to give it a thought because I was a bit smaller than what she was looking for. Wait, what? Give me chocolate right now! Hey, it doesn't cost anything to just follow up to make sure she doesn't forget about me. But don't harass people over it if they still don't reply. About 10 days after the meeting, I sent Celine an email to ask her if she could send me the contact of a model she worked with before, so I could ask her some questions. And that leads me to tip number 5. Look for recommendations. Don't just go for it, head down, hoping for the best. Ideally, if you can, contact other models who went through what you are about to maybe sign for. Ask them questions.
Is this a good agency? Did you work well? How's life over there? Is it fun, or are you just waiting for your contract to end to come back?
Like, you know what I mean? You need people's opinion, and not just from the people that want you there. Because remember, you still don't really know them. Celine was understanding enough to give me the contact of 2 girls. One that worked well, and one that didn't do that great.
Here we go!
Now, I love the fact that she was willing to give me 2 different versions of the adventure, but stubborn as I am, I've only contacted the one who worked well. Because I wanted to keep on dreaming, come on! Aww. We've continued to exchange through emails and Skype calls over the following months, and finally we've agreed to set up dates and sign contracts. From May to July, I'd be living 9,500 kilometers away from everything and everyone I know. Not really thinking about leaving at this point, but just living the adventure. Objective Hong Kong was on and I wanted to be prepared for it. Tip number 6. Be fit and healthy. You've heard me.
Be fit.
Fit, not skinny.
Healthy.
And healthy, not anorexic. You want to be more toned and have a good skin, right? Come on, you can't tell me you don't. So you need to start making healthier choices and exercising more.
Hello, cutie pie.
I won't go into details onto it unless you want me to. Let me know in the comments below.
Mimi.
But yeah, I wanted to look at my best for the big departure. No matter if you're getting ready for a modeling contract, or a wedding, or bikini season, or if your wife asks you to lose a bit of weight. It's a good motivation to set a date for yourself and do your best during that time frame. Take photos before and after. That way you can observe results and stay motivated through the whole process, and who knows, maybe achieve even more. Tip Number 7. Practice makes perfect. If we're new at something, we are going to have to train to get better at it. The same way that if you know how to do something but don't practice, you are going to become less good at it. So whenever you have the time, work on improving yourself and learning continuously. That's something I didn't think of when I first started and could have made a big difference. Let me give you some examples on the fashion side. If you want to learn or improve on the runway. 1. Research. Watch fashion shows of different brands and the way models walk and try on your side to mimic their walk. 2. Train. First without heels, your neighbors can thank me, then with heels on. If you can do it in front of a mirror,
Amazing.
if not, record yourself and then watch it again so you can correct yourself. 3. Practice. Apply the practice to your everyday life. Going to this social event to meet people, to a bar to meet some man. Maybe you're not in age, to school to look good to your classmates. Well, your walk is a good reflection of your self-confidence, so show it as much as you can. If you want to learn or improve in front of the camera. Number 1. Research. Look at magazines' editorials. Get some references. Read study of pose. Even though technically you can't really read it because it's only photos, but you know what I mean. Get some references. 2. Train. In front of the mirror to find your best angles and be more confident. I didn't know it was a thing at all, but that's something I learned from Coco Rocha, and honestly, if that's to get anywhere near her level, I'm gonna start practicing every day in front of the mirror. 3. Practice. Organize test shoots. Record yourself while posing so that you can look at the video afterwards and find a way to make it better. If you can't record yourself, ask the photographer to show you some shots from time to time so you can see what it looks like. Both great for practice and to improve your portfolio. Tip number 8. Tip number 8. Always look for people who have more experience. If you want to know more about the modeling industry, what it's like to model full-time, what do models eat? How do they take care of themselves? How do they work out or get ready to work? Stop looking and ask me right now if you want in the comments below. What do you want me to make videos about? I want to show more behind the scenes. And I'm not gonna be showing you only the good sides of it.
No.
Not only sparkles and unicorns, all kind of sides. Like the ones no one talk about. Because real life isn't Instagram, girl.
Nope.
Please give it a thumb up if you've enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!